Welcome to Texas Honda Channel. Hope everyone's having a blessed day. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button and turn the bell icon on to get notified of every upload. So in today's video, we're going to be installing Jack Racing's solid mounts. I went ahead and painted these things white and put a pearl gold just like the valve cover. I did it on the catch can as well. It looks really beautiful all the way through. We'll also be installing this piece, which goes right on the valve cover and allows 10AN fittings without any drilling or welding or anything like that. All the information for Jack Racing will be in the description with a discount code, so definitely go check out some of the stuff he has on his shop page. So we're going to go ahead and get those installed. We will be starting with this mount first. As you can see, this doesn't even appear to be the correct mount for the car. That hole doesn't even line up. This is how I received the car, so we're just going to replace it with the solid mount. It's pretty simple to do. You've got the two on the post there, and then you've got three 14mm bolts around it, and the whole unit will come straight up out of there. Now there is a mount down there, but I will not be replacing that one since I don't have a solid to replace it with. We're just going to leave that one, which will help absorb some of the vibrations from these solid mounts, which will just help. Moving on to the driver's side, we have the transmission mount there. It's pretty simple to do. There's three 17mm bolts holding it to the frame, and then we've got 17mm holding it to the transmission. We'll undo those, and that'll come straight up, straight out, and we'll put the new one in. Moving to the rear mount bracket back here, we have four 17mm bolts that we'll need removed. This one is a bit more difficult to get to, so I'll try my best to record back here, but we're going to remove that bracket, and then underneath that bracket is the mount. You'll have to get the bolts for that one underneath it, which there are three, I believe, 14mm bolts. So we'll just go ahead and get that one out and replace it too. Overall, this usually isn't a very difficult job, so I'm going to go ahead and get this set up on the tripod, and we'll get started with this one. I hope you guys enjoy this video. it's looking pretty good. Got all of them installed. Now this one did get a little bit scratched up. Not a big deal. That rear one was actually fairly easy to do. I was a little surprised that it wasn't so hard. We still have that factory one down there. We're going to keep that there to absorb some vibration, and it'll help stiffen it a little bit. This is the location I decided to choose for the catch can, at least for the time being. I am going to just zip tie it to that wiring loom there. I know that's not the approved method, but we will come back to that. I want to get it in there in this video. So we're just going to zip tie it in place and then make the lines, which are pretty simple to do. And then get the piece on the valve cover. We'll go take it for a spin afterwards and see exactly how it does. Now, if you're wondering why I don't put it over here, it's because I'm still going to be running the battery up front. When you relocate the battery, taking it to the track, it makes it difficult to pass in track inspection sometimes without certain switches and wiring and all kinds of weird stuff. So I'm trying to keep the battery up front if at all possible. But I'm gonna go ahead and get the lines made and we'll get this catch can installed. Okay, so one of the first things we need to do is to take the oil cap off here. Then we're going to set this whole thing just like that. This part, this big nut here, tightens down. Just like this. And to tighten this nut down, we have a 34mm socket. Just going to get it nice and snugged up there. Don't want that coming loose. We can go ahead and put that oil cap on there. Nice. Okay, now we can see how long the lines need and go get them cut. Now I like to go a little bit longer on them just so that we have a little extra. Okay, one of the tricks to these is, you see how it's all frayed out? I like to put a little bit of electrical tape around it. That makes it easier for these pieces to get over it. Just like that. See how much easier that slides over there? Now we put these pieces here together and tighten them down. All right, it's all back together. Got the lines on, oil cap's nice and tight. Everything's pretty sturdy, it's not going anywhere. Got the battery back in. So now, let's go take it for a test drive. Okay, definitely a more solid feel, definitely more vibrations than before. But the best part is when I let off the gas and give it more gas, the engine doesn't jerk. I don't feel that anymore. I just feel the car wanting to go now. So that is a huge improvement. I am very, very happy with these solid mounts. Now I have had solid mounts before that were a little more vibration than these, but they were also a stiffer mount. Then they have solid aluminum mounts, which there's literally no rubber in them or any polyurethane or nothing. So it doesn't matter what brand of solid mount you go with, there's gonna be a lot of vibrations. Now the way to cut down on that is to sound deaden everything, pull all your carpet out and all your panels, door panels, and just sound deaden literally all of it. My buddy Matt's EG Civic, he did that, and you can't even tell he has solid mounts because of how much sound deadening there is. It does add a little bit of weight, but makes it a little more comfortable to drive. But yeah, this is definitely not bad at all. The vibrations are about your normal amount. It doesn't matter for what vehicle you have. Even my TL had some vibrations with the solid mounts on that. But yeah, I'm gonna let you guys hear the supercharger just a little bit. I can't get on it too much. We still have not got the dyno tune done, but that is coming in the near future. So we're gonna just give it a little sound clip and then that's about it. Yeah, nothing wild there. But yeah, it rides awesome. The engine's now solid, so we're one step closer to getting this on the dyno and getting it tuned. One thing I did do yesterday was put the max speeding rod's bigger throttle body on, and that definitely made a huge difference on air volume for this supercharger. It's definitely louder now than it was before, so that'll help too when we go to the dyno to get the most power out of this setup. Well, there it is for that. Definitely made a huge improvement. I'm really excited to get this on the dyno. I will definitely give you another engine bay view while it's on the dyno so you can see if the engine's moving around or not. But from what I can tell, it's definitely not. So we will see on the dyno for sure. It'll also put more torque down because now the engine's not using that torque to move the engine. It's putting it directly to the wheels. So you do get a little bit more torque and less wheel hop with these. Here's the throttle, the max heating rod throttle I was talking about. Definitely really nice. It's a lot bigger. I do still want to do something with the intake, get the one that runs down lower, but this is working for now. It looks really good with the catch can lines in here and the catch can, which we will be revising that. That's just temporary, but it's in there nice and solid, so it'll work for right now. But yeah, definitely making some huge improvements. We have the fuel injectors and rail left to do, and I have to get a little bit more money, then we can head back to the dyno and actually get tuned this time. So I am really excited for that. Also, huge shout out to Eric from AGN Motorsports. He actually just won first place in Oklahoma. Here's a little picture of that and a video clip. But huge shout out to Eric for that. So definitely got to give him some credit where credit is due. But that's basically it for this video. We will have more coming if God is willing in the near future. So please stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't, turn that bell icon on to get notified of every upload, and I'll see you guys in the next video. But as I like to say, God bless, stay safe, stay awesome.